Welcome back. At the end of the year, Fargo Public Schools often have over 1,000 students with an overdue lunch balance. Ends up adding up to more than $20,000 placed on the families and the school district as well. So one group hoping to change that. So with us today, we've got Michaela Schell, Chris Kulesa, and Becky Bakke. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I love what you guys are doing because it just breaks my heart when I see the fact that we invest all this money in education, asking kids to go get a great education. But how do you get a good education if you're sitting in a chair hungry? So tell us about how pervasive of a problem this is, the impact it has, and what you guys are doing to solve it.
Yeah, well, I think from the Fargo Public Schools Foundation standpoint, we have a critical needs program which encompasses everything from emergency lunch to making sure kids aren't hungry, making sure they have what they need so they can take advantage of their education. So this is one big piece of that puzzle, because a hungry kid doesn't learn as well as a kid who's not. So I think it's important to work with the community and make sure that we're engaging the community and fostering all the resources we can to make sure that kids, through no fault of their own, are not hungry at school.
Amen to that. So who's kind of baby is this? Who said, hey, this sounds like a great idea, let's get after it?
Well, Michaela and I are part of the Women's Leadership Program, which is promoted by the North Dakota Business Center. And we've been tasked with a philanthropy project, and this is what Michaela actually highlighted this as an experience she had, so I think I'll let her tell that story because it's great.
Sure. I think a lot of us, we call our schools that our children go to at the end of the year and say, how can we help? And this was brought to my attention in our own school that my children go to, that there are some unpaid lunch balances at the end of the year. So, you know, I offered to pay that and thought there has to be a greater need. This is happening all over the schools. So Chris and I have a passion for children and making sure that they're not hungry. So we talked to the schools, and they shared with us that huge need, that $20,000 at the end of the year of unpaid balances. And we know that that affects our families, and we know that that affects our communities and our schools, which ultimately affects us. So we said, what is a really simple way that we can help reduce this burden? So we started a social media campaign that basically asks our community to skip going out for lunch for one day, and instead of spending that $5 on lunch, donate it to the Fargo Schools Foundation, and it's going to go to that critical needs program of that lunch fund. So $5, a quick share on social media of this campaign that can spread that word and encourage other people to do that, and what an impact that it can make. And we hope to eliminate that balance for the public schools this year.
That remaining balance, and does that fall on the school district, thus the taxpayers, to pay that at some point? Or
It's a complicated process with the USDA. The schools work throughout the year to make sure that all kids that can enroll in free and reduced school lunch get that opportunity to make, and work with families throughout the year. And those families that slip through the cracks that don't qualify, as you know, Fargo School District is one big family, but each school is its own individual family as well. So that's where the people like Michaela and Chris come together to work with the different schools to ensure that students' needs are met during the school year as well. The school district itself kind of waits till the end of the year to see what that balance will be, and then funds that we have left in our account we'll send over to help reduce that debt.
So tell me who you're with, because you're with the foundation.
I'm with the Fargo Public Schools Foundation, yes.
So you guys obviously are out raising money. So if someone maybe doesn't want to skip a meal but still wants to send you money, how do they go about doing that?
They can go on to fargoschoolsfoundation.org, and right away when you go on today, your page will pop up. So if you didn't go to lunch today and you want to donate $5, there's a link there to donate. That'll go directly into the emergency lunch fund to help kids out during the school year.
Such great stuff. So if you want to remind people what they can do online again, how can they find out more information and help this situation get resolved?
Yeah, so if they go to fargoschoolsfoundation.org, and like Becky mentioned, our project shows up first, the lunch fund as we call it. So please feel free to not go to lunch today and use those dollars towards the children.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Michaela?
Something simple. They'll see it on social media, on the Fargo Public Schools website, ours as well. If they see that post floating around, copy, paste it, share it with your network so that we can really raise awareness for this and spread the campaign that we're doing.
Nice. Do you want to share your website one more time, please?
fargoschoolsfoundation.org.
fargoschoolsfoundation.org. All right.
That's correct.
So you can go there, make a donation to all three of you. Thanks so much for what you guys are doing. I think it's fantastic. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. We'll be wrapping things up right after this.